What were some of the most bone-chilling knockouts that made even the toughest viewers cover their eyes? From skull-shattering head kicks to face-rearranging uppercuts, MMA can produce some truly lethal finishes that leave fighters scary still on the canvas. Welcome back to Punch Talk. Let's explore some all-time brutal knockouts where combat athletes got caught clean with shots, so killing they went stiff as boards. What were the scariest, most lethal knocks out ever captured inside the Octagon? One of the more iconic and frightening head kick knockouts came from Brazilian striker Edson Barboza in 2013. His spinning wheel kick landed perfectly on the face of his British opponent, Terry Etim. Etim was out cold before he even hit the canvas. Veteran commentator Joe Rogan's shocked reaction said it all as Etim became a frozen, stiff human statue from the devastating kick. At UFC 100 in 2009, a right hand heard round the world made fans grimace in disbelief. American wrestler Dan Henderson delivered an earth-shattering right hook to the chin of Michael Bisping. The powerful H-bomb knocked Bisping stiff, but an unconscious mid-air punch from the diving Henderson removed any doubt. The brutal finish led to lasting damage for Bisping, who wasn't the same fighter for years after. Spinning attacks seem especially scary when they remove you from consciousness. At UFC 159, terrifying footage shows Uriah Hall landing a perfect spinning hook kick to the jaw of Adam Seller. The force contorts Seller's body in sickening fashion before he falls flat in a heap. Hall was so concerned for his opponent's well-being that he apologized to the flawed Seller afterwards. Jumping knee strikes also make for frightening ways to get finished in MMA. Jorge Masvidal holds the record for the fastest knockout in UFC history with his flying knee against Ben Askren at UFC 239. In just 5 seconds, he soared through the air and cratered Askren's face with his knee to instantly end the fight. Askren was out cold on the canvas as the referee had to tackle Masvidal off of his limp body. Matt Riddle, now known for his professional wrestling, has his fair share of scary knockouts too. At UFC Fight Night in 2020, Riddle cracked Dan Simler with a right hook that appeared to end the fight, but his 3 follow-up hammer fists on an already unconscious Simler were very hard to watch. The damage was immense as Simler's jaw was broken in 2 places from the frightening ground strikes after he was already out. Perhaps no knockout tops Francis Ngannou's uppercut from hell against heavyweight legend Alistair Overeem. At UFC 218 in 2017, Ngannou landed a left uppercut with such terrifying force that Overeem was lifted off his feet before falling face first to the canvas. The knockout power generated was equivalent to that of a Ford Escort crashing into a wall at 40 miles per hour. It instantly made Ngannou a feared contender and future champion in the UFC's heavyweight division. While frightening knockouts come in many different forms, some truly make your stomach turn. At UFC Fight Night in 2016, Michael Page landed a jumping knee strike so brutal that it crushed the skull of his opponent Evangelista Santos. The sound of the knee colliding with his head was sickening. Santos was rushed to emergency surgery after suffering a fractured skull in the horrific loss. The injury forced him into retirement after a long MMA career. Even elbow strikes can provide gut-wrenching knockouts. Matt Brown provided the violence with a vicious elbow to the face of Diego Sanchez at UFC Fight Night in 2014. As Sanchez attempted a kick, Brown caught the leg and used the opportunity to viciously drive his elbow downward into Sanchez's awaiting skull. Sanchez was immediately unconscious as his lifeless body slammed down onto the canvas like a sack of bricks. Brutal liver shots also rank high on the list of scariest finishes you might see inside the Octagon. Gabriel Benitez crumpled opponent Humberto Bandenet with a perfect left hook to the body during their 2017 bout. Bandenet was winding up a big punch but left himself open to the cruel liver blow. He fell down in agony, unable to continue after having the wind and his consciousness taken from him from the well-placed body shot. It's not just punches, kicks and knees that can provide frightening knockouts either. Spinning elbow strikes can also leave nasty finishes. At UFC on ESPN in 2021, Jiri Prochazka landed a gorgeous spinning back elbow strike to the temple of Dominic Reyes that shut his lights out immediately. Already wobbled from big punches thrown just seconds before, Prochazka's incredible elbow left Reyes face down and unconscious on the canvas, earning him a future light heavyweight title shot. Well, that's the wrap up on some of the most terrifying knockouts we've ever seen in the UFC's Octagon. If you enjoyed this scary trip down knockout lane, be sure to like and subscribe to Punch Talk for more MMA and UFC analysis.